There we go. All right, we're ready to begin. Okay.
Yes.
All right, excellent. I think, thank you for your patience while we worked out just a little bit of technical things here. We're still learning our way around this hybrid meeting experience. So again, thank you for everybody for your patience. So we're going to go ahead and call the Commission on State Mandates meeting to order at 10:10. This is again, welcome. This is our hybrid meeting. For those participating in person, I do have some housekeeping information. On the table near the wall are paper copies of the meeting notice and agenda, new filings, witness list, and consent calendar. The electronic public hearing binder is also located there on a laptop. When called up for an item, the parties and witnesses will please sit at the witness tables. The restrooms are located out the door and down the hall to the left. The men's room is across the open atrium. The code for both restrooms is posted on the door as you exit the conference room. Finally, please take note of the emergency exits in the room. For those participating remotely, the materials for today's meeting, including the notice, agenda, and witness lists, are all available on the Commission's website at www.csm.ca.gov under the Hearings tab. When being sworn in at the beginning of the hearing and when called for an item, the parties and witnesses will please turn on their video and unmute their microphone. At the conclusion of the item, please turn off the video and mute your microphone. In the event we do experience technical difficulties or the meeting is bumped offline, we will restart and allow time for people to rejoin before recommencing the meeting. Heather, welcome back, and will you please call the roll?
Thank you. Yes. Also, I wanted to note for the record that Member Nash has notified Commission staff that she is unable to attend this meeting. Mr. Adams?
Here.
Ms. Gallegos? Ms. Gallegos?
Here.
Ms. Holman?
Here.
Mr. Folland?
Here.
Ms. Peralt? Excuse me, Ms. Peralt?
Here. All
Thank
right.
you.
Thank you. So we do have a quorum. Our next item is item 1. Are there any objections to or additional corrections of the March 22nd, 2024 minutes? Seeing none.
Madam Chair, I move approval.
Excellent. Okay, we'll take that into note, but first we'll just find out if there are any public comments on this item. Seeing none. Any other further discussion? Okay. We have a motion by Commissioner Adams. Do I have a second? A second by Ms. Gallegos. If we could please call the roll.
Mr. Adams? Mr. Adams?
Aye.
Ms. Gallegos?
Aye.
Ms. Holman?
Aye.
Mr. Pollan?
Aye.
Ms. Peralt?
Aye.
And now we will take up public comment for matters that are not on the agenda. Please note that the Commission may not take action on items not on the agenda. However, it may schedule issues raised by the public for consideration at a future time. We invite the public to comment on matters that are on the agenda as they are taken up by the Commission.
Do we have any public comment? Seeing none in the room, do we have any online?
No, I see
Okay.
none.
All right, excellent. Then we'll go ahead and move on to the next item.
Okay, let's move to the swearing in. Will the parties and witnesses for items 3 and 4 participating remotely, please turn on your video and unmute your microphones. The parties and witnesses participating in person, approach the witness table, and all parties and witnesses, please rise. Are there any parties and witnesses in person today? Madam Chair?
It's showing green. Oh, there we are. No, we have no witnesses in the room.
Okay, great. Well, I see all of the remote ones standing now. Will the parties and witnesses for item 3 please state your names for the record?
Kim Kellstrom. Nancy Wittrato,
Arthur Palkowitz.
Chris Ferguson.
Thank you. And will the parties and witnesses for item 4 please state your names for the record?
Yes, David Burhan, Burhan and Guest for claimants.
Donna Furby, Department of Finance.
Thank you. Will you please solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give is correct, true and correct based on your personal knowledge, information, or belief?
I do.
I do.
I do.
I do.
Thank you. Please be seated. For those participating remotely for item 4, please turn off your video and mute your microphone. And those presenting an item or in person, please return to your seats. Item 2 is reserved for appeals of executive director decisions. There are no appeals to consider for this hearing. Next is item 3. Senior Commission Counsel Elizabeth McGinnis will please present a proposed decision on free application for federal student aid, FAFSA, 22 TC05.
Hi, good morning. This test claim involves a statute that requires school districts to confirm that each student in grade 12 complete at least one of 2 specified financial aid applications unless the student opts out or is deemed exempt by the district, to direct students in grade 12 to services necessary to assist them in completing the appropriate financial aid application, and to ensure student and parent information shared in connection with the requirements of the statute are handled in compliance with applicable state and federal privacy laws. The test claim also includes a regulation which sets forth a model opt-out form and acceptable use policy for school districts to use when implementing these requirements. Staff finds that the test claim statute imposes a reimbursable state mandated program on school districts for the activities listed in the proposed decision. However, staff also finds that the requirement to ensure that information shared under the statute is handled in compliance with state and federal privacy laws is not new and therefore does not impose a new program or higher level of service. Staff further finds that the test claim regulation does not impose any requirements on school districts and thus does not constitute a reimbursable state mandated program. Accordingly, staff recommends that the commission adopt the proposed decision to partially approve this test claim and authorize staff to make any technical, non-substantive changes following the hearing. Thank you.
Thank you, Liz. So for the parties and witnesses, if you could please state your name for the record, Mr. Palkowitz, Ms. Kellstrom, and Ms. I'm going to say this wrong, I'm sorry, Wittrato. For the claimants, would you like to begin?
Yes, good morning. Thank you very much. On behalf of the claimants, we thank staff for their support in filing documents and also for the thorough job in their proposed decision. We agree with the staff that the test claim statute imposes new activities that were not required before to assure that 12th graders, seniors file the FAFSA form or opt out if they're eligible. We also agree with staff that maintaining the privacy of this information was a pre-existing duty and is therefore not a new activity and is not a reimbursable activity. And further, we agree with staff that the regulation is not required and therefore is not also is not reimbursable. If the commission staff has any questions for me or the representative of the claimants, we're available to respond to those. Thank you.
Screen open. Thank you very much. Mr. Ferguson from the Department of Finance, did you have any additional comments?
No additional comments.
Thank you. Are there any public comments on this item? I see none in the room. I don't see any online. Are there any comments from the commission? Board members? See none. Okay. Is there a motion? All right, moved by Ms. Gallegos. Is there a second?
I'll second.
All right, second by Mr. Polland. If we could please have a roll call.
Mr. Adams,
Aye.
Ms. Gallegos,
Aye.
Ms. Holman,
Aye.
Mr. Polland,
Aye.
Ms. Peralt.
Aye. All right, that motion carries. Thank you so much to the claimants and Department of Finance.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
We now ask that presenters participating remotely for item 3 to please turn off their video and mute their microphones. Next is item 4. Senior Commission Counsel Elizabeth McGinnis will present a proposed decision and parameters and guidelines on California Regional Water Quality Control Board, Santa Ana Region, order number R8 2010-0033, 10 TC07. At this time, we invite the parties and witnesses for item 4 participating remotely to please turn on your video and unmute your microphone.
These parameters and guidelines address state mandated activities arising from the stormwater permit issued on January 29th, 2010 for the Riverside County Flood Control and Water Conservation District, the County of Riverside, and cities within the county by the Santa Ana Regional Water Quality Control Board. Draft expedited parameters and guidelines were issued to the parties, which identified the activities approved by the commission for reimbursement until December 31st, 2017, and potential offsetting revenue. No substantive comments were filed. Staff recommends that the commission adopt the proposed decision and parameters and guidelines and authorize staff to make any technical non-substantive changes to the proposed decision following the hearing. Thank you.
Thank you, Liz. Okay, if we could please have the parties and witnesses state your name for the record. Mr. Burhan, for the claimant, would you like to begin?
Yes, thank you. And first, I'd like to say how happy we are to see Ms. Halsey back. And it's also appreciate the opportunity to do the virtual hybrid hearing rather than having to fly early in the morning to Sacramento. Very briefly, claimants, first want to thank staff for the preparation of the Ps and Gs. We also want to state for the record that we reserve all arguments that we had made below in the test claim proceeding, and our participation today should not represent any waiver of those positions or arguments. I have no substantive comments on the Ps and Gs, but I'm available if any of the commission members have any questions. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Ms. Farabee, do you have any other comments from the Department of Finance?
Hi, yes, Donna Furby, Department of Finance. Finance has no comments on these proposed parameters and guidelines. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Are there any public comments on this item? Seeing none in the room and seeing none online, are there any comments or questions from the commission? All right, seeing none, I will look for a motion.
I'll move to adopt the staff recommendation.
All right, moved by Mr. Pollan. Is there a second? I'll second. Second by Ms. Holman. If we could please get a roll call.
Mr. Adams,
Aye.
Ms. Gallegos,
Aye.
Ms. Holman,
Aye.
Mr. Pollan,
Aye.
Ms. Peralt.
Aye. Okay, that motion carries. So Heather, item 5.
Item 5 is reserved for county applications for finding of significant financial distress or SB 1033 applications. No SB 1033 applications have been filed. Next, program analyst Jill McGee will please turn on her video and microphone and present item 6, the legislative update.
Good morning. The following are the legislative updates since the last time the commission met. First, AB 1781, state mandates claims. This substantive spot bill would change the minimum mandate reimbursement claim amount from $1,000 to $800. On January 3rd, 2024, this bill was read for the first time, and on January 16th, 2024, it was referred to the Assembly Committee on Local Government. On May 3rd, 2024, the Assembly Member's Office confirmed that there are no plans for it to move forward at this time. Staff will continue to monitor legislation for bills that impact the mandates process. Thank you.
Thank you, Jill. Next, Chief Legal Counsel Camille Shelton will present item 7, the Chief Legal Counsel report.
Good morning. We do not have any recent decisions or hearings on the calendar, but we do have a new filing from the city of San Diego challenging the commission's decision on the remand of lead sampling.
If the members have no questions on the Chief Legal Counsel report, I'll present the Executive Director's report, which is item 8. The commission's budget, or as you know, the governor introduced his May revision on Friday, May the 10th. The commission's operating budget has not yet been heard in any committee this year. However, portions of the local assistance portion of the commission's budget relating to mandate reimbursement have been heard, including the proposal to add funding to reimburse the new juveniles custodial interrogation mandate. For workload, after this hearing, there are 37 pending test claims, 34 of which are regarding stormwater and PDES permits. There are also 3 parameters and guidelines pending, including 1 regarding stormwater. There are 4 statewide cost estimates and 1 incorrect reduction claim pending. Staff expects to complete all of the currently pending test claims and IRCs by approximately the December 2026 commission meeting, depending on staffing and other workload. However, some of the test claims may be heard and decided earlier than currently indicated if they're consolidated for hearing. And that's all I have.
Thank you, Heather. Okay, at this time, we will be adjourning into closed session. The commission will meet in closed executive session pursuant to Government Code Section 11126E to confer with and receive advice from legal counsel for consideration and action as necessary and appropriate upon the pending litigation listed on the published notice and agenda, and to confer with and receive advice from legal counsel regarding potential litigation. The commission will also confer on personnel matters pursuant to Government Code Section 11126A1. And we will reconvene in open session in approximately 15 minutes. Thank you. Okay. We're ready? We're recording? Fantastic. We are returning from closed session. Apologies, we had indicated only about a 15-minute closed session. We did run a little long. So again, those who may be online, thank you for your patience. So the commission did meet in closed executive session pursuant to Government Code Section 11126E to confer with and receive advice from legal counsel for consideration and action as necessary and appropriate upon the pending litigation listed on the published notice and agenda, and to confer with and receive advice from legal counsel regarding potential litigation. The commission also conferred on personnel matters pursuant to Government Code Section 11126A1. With no further business to discuss, I will entertain a motion to adjourn. Have a motion?
I'll move.
Moved by Ms.
I'll
Holman
second.
and second by Ms. Gallegos. And
Call the roll.
yes, please call the roll.
Mr. Adams,
Aye.
Ms. Gallegos,
Aye.
Ms. Holman,
Aye.
Mr. Pollan,
Aye.
Ms. Peralt.
Aye. All right, the motion carried and the meeting is adjourned at 11:25. Thank you all.
Thank you.